up here. Can you zoom in, Mom?
Oh yeah, right there.
Can you see?
Yep.
So we are very excited this year. So this is our apricot tree. We should have taken a video of it a couple of weeks ago or a week ago. You can see the flowers. It's so in bloom. We've had a pretty cold, wet winter here by California standards, and that means we're gonna have apricots, which is great. I don't know if you guys have ever had fresh grown apricots, but they're growing all over this tree. It is the best tasting fruit, bar none, when you pick them off the tree. So we're very excited this year. I mean, we had a huge orange crop, citrus crop this year. Oranges, tangerines, lemons, grapefruits. And now we're really looking forward to apple season, which we have this tree right here. You can see all the apples in it. We have two apple trees, one here, one in the back. These are more of a round type of an apple, and the one in the back is more of a elongated Macintosh type. Deb, can you zip up to the top?
Oh yeah.
So here we are. We're not even in April yet. We're already getting some pretty good sized apples. So we're gonna have a pretty good fruit crop this year. So here we are on another beautiful spring day, Sunday, April 14th, 2019. We are looking at the apricot tree in the orchard. Look at these babies. I was whining all winter long about how cold and rainy it was. But you need that chill on these stone fruits to get a fruit. Last year we might have got 6 apricots on this whole tree. So we had a pretty mild winter. This year, this tree is literally loaded with fruit. And I don't know if you've ever had apricot fresh off the tree, but it's fantastic. It's literally the sweetest fruit I've ever had. And I'm not an apricot guy usually. I don't like the dried apricot or whatever. But this whole tree is covered with them. I cannot wait to harvest them. Hello homesteaders. So here I am going back out to the garden, the orchard. Look at these apricots and this apple tree is weighted down. Look at these babies. Ripe, soft, amazingly sweet apricots. We are loaded up with them. And I've basically been running my dehydrator day and night, just trying to keep up with these things to save as many as we can. And at the same time, since I only have one dehydrator, I've been making applesauce like crazy. Try to save as many of these apples. And this is only one apple tree. I've got my other apple tree down here in the corner. And those babies are a little bit later. But you can see the tree is just loaded with them. These are more of a crispy apple. And they're still green. But there's clumps of them up here. Just look at them all over the place. Loaded with apples. It's been an amazing fruit year. Look at my little peach tree. Loaded up with peaches. They're starting to get a little blush on them. Every little branch. It's got some stored in here somewhere. Look at this guy right there. Oh my goodness. Look at that peach right there. Fantastic. It's just been an effort trying to save as many as we can. Look at all the apples on that thing. And the apricot tree on the other side. Just the same. Let's go inside and I'll show you what we're doing to save them. Alright Huntsteaders, so here we are in the Huntstead kitchen. I want to show you what we're doing with all these apples and apricots. Look at these things. We've got them in the freezer, we've got them in jars. Every day I'm banging out about a full quart jar of dried apricots. This is our most recent batch. So I got 4 layers like that. Those guys are ready. I'm going to shut this off now. And I get another batch going for today. That's the apricots. And since I only have one dehydrator, I've been using my crock pot to make this amazing applesauce. And the only thing that's in this is apples right off the tree, just cut up, quartered. So a little bit of water and some organic Ceylon cinnamon. It's fantastic. Look at that. Applesauce. Been knocking that stuff out. It is amazing. So, just a never-ending battle around here. Try to save as much fruit as we can. Later on, once this thing cooks down a little bit, I'll show you how it progresses from what it currently is, which is basically fresh cut apples, into this beautiful, sweet, with no sugar added applesauce. Alright, Huntsteaders, so here we go. I just got another batch in. I got 4 trays of fresh apricots, and these babies are organic right off of my tree. I literally went out there and shook the tree today and picked up everything that fell. So these 4 trays will give us 1 quart. I put them in for 24 hours, and this is the finished product. I don't mind sneaking a little bite. So what we do with my Nesco dehydrator, plug it in, and I turn the heat up to 145 degrees for the first hour, just to get the temperature up inside the dehydrator. Then I drop it to 135. It's about 11 o'clock right now. I'll leave these babies in until tomorrow at 11 a.m. It makes the house smell like apricots. It's awesome. Well, that and competing with applesauce. So you got the smell of dehydrating apricots and cooking applesauce. Really smells good in here. So that's today's haul. Although I'm probably going to put in another batch of applesauce later today. I'll get these ones will be done about 1, and then I'll put another one in. But this baby's plugged in till tomorrow at 11 a.m. And that's how we do it. Trying to stay up with keeping this fruit on hand so we don't waste it. It's been an amazing year. The winter was long and cold and wet out here by California standards, which stone fruits like apricots and peaches and so on require chill. And that's why we have so many this year. Thank God for His bounty. So here we are, Huntsteaders, about 2 hours into the applesauce cook. And it is looking good and smelling even better. So I just mashed it up with a spatula, broke up some of the big pieces, stirred it up really well. About 2 more hours to go, and it'll be ready. All right, here we go. Look at that. I just turned this off, and I'm gonna let it cool down a little bit. Nice chunky applesauce. Nice color. Have a fantastic taste. Bottle that up in an hour or so once it's cooled off. So there it is, a day's worth of making applesauce and apricots.